Hi everyone, this is Harshvardhan and you are watching our Web YouTube channel, and today we are going to learn how we can customize our model admin. So let's get started. And if you have not yet subscribed, hit the subscribe button and also hit the notification bell icon so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. So here I am on my Visual Studio Code, and at first we will do some revision. So in the previous lecture we have designed our model, and in that model we have learned to put some choices. So remember, I told you that this first one will be used by Django and the second one will be used by the interface, for example admin interface. So the element at index 0 is used when let's say you are filtering something or you are getting object from the database, then you have to use this one. So we will just change the case of that. We'll say published in small, and for user interface we will say published in capital. This draft in capital for user interface, and this one in small, should be in small. Great. Now I will save this one and I will say python manage.py make migrations. Then I will say python manage.py migrate, clear the command prompt, and now I will say python manage.py run server. And now I will just open this link right here in the admin panel. I will say username, password, and here we can find all the posts that we have written. Now in this lecture we are going to learn how we can customize this particular interface. For example, we should be able to see the title, slug, when created. We have to add some filters. We also need some search functionality so that we can search through all the post users. So how we can do that? How we have to actually customize this one. So for this we need to make some changes in this file, admin.py file. So at first I will stop the server, and now I will comment this statement, and now I will say class, and then I will say post admin, and right here you can see that we have imported from Django contrib admin. So from here we will import admin.model admin, and this kite shows me that I have used my free version. Great. Now what we have to do, we will say list display is equals to title, slug, and author, and then I will say status. So now you may be thinking, what's this statement, right? So let me run the server and demonstrate this to you. I will just go here, I will refresh this page, and we got an error. So why this one? I'll just go back to this page. Okay, so right here we have just designed the model admin. We have to register our post model. So for this we will say a decorator, that is admin.register, and here we will pass post. Save this one and again refresh this. So right here you can see that we have title, slug, who is the author, and the status, whether it is published or not. So for example, I will go here, I will say published, and right here I will say save, and here we have status published. So now this was one kind of interface. Now we have to add more functionality into this. So what we will do, we will just get back right here, and we will say another attribute, list filter, and here we will say we have to filter with status, with created, and with author. Right, save this one. Okay, it's reloaded. Now refresh this. So right here you can see we have some filters by status, whether it's published or draft, and created, any date, today, past 7 days, this month, or this year. So let's say we would put this one as draft, this one as published. Save this one and this one to draft, save. And now if I say I just want to filter for draft, then I'll see only 2 posts with status as draft. Published, only with published, all, I will get all of them, right? Great. Now we have to add a search functionality. So what I will do, I will just say search fields is equals to, remember I have written fields, not field, okay? And here we will say title and body. Save this one, let it reload. Great. Now refresh this one, and now here you can see we have a search functionality. So here I will say, for example, this, and we are not able to filter that. Why? Let's say is okay. Right. So here you can see we have search for title and body. Let's remove this body, just I want to demonstrate how it's working. And we got an error. It says that search field must be a tuple or list. Okay, so we need to provide a comma. Save that, refresh this one, and now when you have provided is in the search, it will only provide all those that have is in their title. For example, I will say 2 and search. So it will just search for 2 in the title and give that post to you. Okay. So right here, instead of title, I will also add body. Great. Now in the third, we want a pre-populated field. For example, let's say I would like to create a new post. Let's say search, add a new post. For example, I will like a new post. So this is the title, but I want this new post should be converted as a slug automatically. That means it should be pre-populated. How I can do this? So for this, we can add an attribute. We will say pre-populated fields is equals to, and now you have to create a dictionary, and in this dictionary you will say slug, and slug should be filled by what value? So that should be filled by title, and that should be in tuple. Save this one. Now get back and just refresh this one, and now I will say new post. So you can see that we have written only title, new post, and it's automatically populated for this slug. Again, I can just add new post. I will say model admin. Great. And you can also try any other value, for example, Django. So everything you will write in title will be pre-populated to slug. Okay, great. Now we have a raw ID field. So what is this raw ID field? Let me show you one example. So here we have to create a post, and here we have author. So you can see that we have only one author, Harsh. Let's talk about the Medium website. In that they have a huge database, a huge number of users. So how they will be just scrolling through the names and select the user for this one, that means for a particular post? That's not possible. So for such cases, we will use raw ID field that will help us to search for the user, and that will be more easy for us. Let me show you how to do that. I will say raw ID fields is equals to author. Convert that into tuple, and okay, here it should be underscore. Save that, and now I will just refresh this one. So here you can see that we have a magnifying glass, and once I click on that, I will have a search bar. For example, I have Harsh, so I will here say Harsh, and okay, I have misspelled my name. It's Harsh, and now we will select this one. The ID of that particular user will be represented, will be filled as in the fill in the blank. So this lookup section is very important if you have a huge database and you will just have to search through all of them. So rather than just giving you a drop down, you can use this raw ID field. Great. Now we will add date hierarchy field. So we will say date hierarchy field and we will say create it. Save this one. And now I will just refresh. And right here, you can see that we have a date hierarchy. So we can select any of them. For example, I have selected for January 80 and all the posts for that time period will be represented in this list. And last but not least is this ordering. So I will say ordering is equals to with, let's say with status. Okay, say with status. Save this one. And whether they are going to, okay, it should be a tuple. Okay, save this one. And now just refresh this one. And you can see that we have a filter right here. That means we can order this. So at first we have all the files with draft status and all the files with published status. But I have just shown you how you can implement those things. That means how you can customize your model admin. But there are a lot of features in this. So let me show you how you can go through each of these. So I will say customizing model admin Django. Now I will just take you to this one, and this website, that means this documentation page, will let you know each and every attribute, each and every customization you can perform in your admin site. For example, I will just search for raw ID field. So right here, this one. So we have talked about raw ID field, it's here. You can also search for list filter. So this is the list filter attribute. It will just let you know all those filters that you can customize through your Django admin website. So that's all for this lecture. See you in the next one.